Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Wolf, and you're watching Waking Up with Wolf. Oh, it's a Friday. How's it feeling? How are you feeling? Like, seriously, like asking you a legitimate question, inviting you to be able to ask yourself that. How are you feeling? How did you sleep? How did your week go? Evidently, it went exactly as it needed to be. And whether that be incredibly amazing or slightly less seemingly amazing, there was still a lot of growth out of it. There was still a lot of opportunity out of it. We have changed as a result of it. We have become something new by the end of it. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That every time we wake up, every time that we go to sleep, we literally die and are born again. And now here we are, a continuation of a story that began many, many eons ago, long before this single moment, yet continues with each breath. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. As always, we're just gonna kind of casually stall as people get invited to the Instagram feed. No, I'm just joking. Begin massaging your body in a way that feels comfortable for you. I'll drop some cool knowledge gems in the next little bit, and I actually want to be do some eye gazing. I want to practice some like this. I want to be able to like help you set up to be able to practice some eye gazing with yourself, and we'll be able to like facilitate and work through that together. But in the meantime, as people just get situated, just begin gently moving your body. Just gently begin activating your light guardian crystal with intention. Cool. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining into this. For those of you watching in the future, if you're watching this in the future, drop some 1111s down below. Even just send it to me as a direct message for those of you on Instagram. I love being able to know when people tune into this, because that's the fact, is that like, and as I'm talking here, just begin moving your body. Just listen to your body. Allow gravity to stretch it for you. There are people all across the world who tune into this. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful age that we're into. There's this little thing called technology. I don't know if you've heard of it, but basically it allows us to have like telepathic, instant transmission abilities. And so it's really cool for me to just know that there are some people who are going to be in different time zones on the West Coast, in Europe, who are listening to this like in the evening, who are waking up later in the day and checking it out. There are some people who are waking up at 6 a.m. to be able to tune into this. And that's huge, you know, again, because like honestly, if I wasn't me, like I would be pretty excited about the idea of being able to tune into something that I enjoy watching and having that as a little bit of inspiration to be able to like gently invite me out of bed and have that routine and that ritual for me to just be like, okay, sweet, I'm going to do something this morning that's going to help me feel like a badass. That's going to help me feel amazing. That's going to remind me of how inspired and remind me of my purpose and remind me of the team that I'm connected with. So for you watching this, don't just thank me, like thank everyone else who shows up along with us together. So thank you to Tyler, thank you to Peace Monkey. I can see you guys in the chat there. How's the lighting? Sometimes it goes dark, sometimes it doesn't, and it's not really always up for me to decide. So that's okay. Cool. Awesome. So let's just begin gently stretching our body. Again, how did you sleep last night? Did you recall your dreams? Even if you just like sit in this moment, if you take a moment here to think about it, can you think about your dreams? Can you invite yourself into the space where you can receive a little bit more data from your dreams? Have you been practicing your temperance? Have you been like me and other shifters in the team who are dedicating themselves to like not smoking cannabis from like Monday to Friday, if that's something we choose to do, in order to be able to invest more focus towards our dreams and get ready for dream class coming up next Thursday? That's part of the intention as well. So again, you know, anything that we're doing here as a community, let it be something that inspires you and empowers you. So know that you are not alone. So yes, like welcome to the club of people who are becoming more mindful of how they use cannabis, who are becoming more diligent with the regular meditation routines, who are sinking into their shared purpose, who are practicing sexual energy cultivation. This is a community, this is a club, this is a team, this is a tribe. And our momentum is collective. You guys inspire me. Like, I don't want to just like show up one day and just be like, hey guys, this is Brendan, and I totally just ripped a fat bong yesterday because I don't give a shit. That's not true. I do give a shit, and I'm not going to do that. If I do, I'm going to save it for the weekend, right? So, and another thing with this project, I really, really encourage people to disconnect on the weekend. Go spend time with your loved ones and family. That is incredibly important. Like, don't let yourself get into this position where it's like, 5 years later and your family is just like in a different situation and you're just like, damn, I wish I had spent more time with them. Spend that time with them now. And that family can be like blood family. It can be your friends, your community. Create time and space for yourself to have those meaningful interactions. So as we do this, like I said, I just want to be able to invite you to just gently begin moving your body. If you want to stand up, for the next part of this meditation, I'm inviting everyone here to find a mirror, to literally find a mirror, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite you to do some eye gazing with yourself and just like have me off to the side. You don't have to look at me during that part. And we're going to do some eye gazing, and then we're going to get into the chakra practice meditation after that. And this broadcast will probably go for about 5 hours. So I hope you're ready for it. God forbid. Would be surprised. Anyways, sweet, awesome, much love everyone. I can see you guys dropping those comments in on the Instagram. Super appreciate you guys being here. So let's just give ourselves a little bit of massage. Oh, just push into the face, stretch your spine. Oh, how are you feeling today? Oh, how is your body feeling today? How is your week? Check in with yourself. In this moment, I want you to just be able to reflect with gratitude on how you showed up this week. And maybe it wasn't like 100% exactly what you wanted, but was your intention where you wanted it? And that's the important thing. That's the important thing. There will still be the challenges. There will still be the vices and everything like that. But keep your focus, keep your intention like intact, and that will continue to guide you. Things will become easier. Flow will become more natural. The grace will become a part of your everyday life. It's all about the momentum. Like, that's the thing, guys. Like, I'm asking you to do this. What you're doing right now is actually an investment for where you'll be in a month from now. Like straight up, seriously, the momentum that you're creating right now is going to bring you to a space where if you continue tuning into these broadcasts and you're just kicking ass on your own, you're going to find yourself in a whole new dimension of like prosperity, of flow, of synchronicity, of superhero abilities, of compassion, of gratitude, of creativity. And we're doing it together, right? And we're doing it not just for us. We're doing it as a team. We're doing it so that we can show up as shifters, as light guardians, so that we can make a difference and so that our story can be heard, so our story can be told. So thank you again, everyone. And a reminder to tune in to the end of this broadcast to get the final letters to your code to be able to get 33% from items at questitemshop.com. So a little bonus for you guys. It's just as a thank you for tuning in. So again, just moving your body here. How are you feeling right now? Is your body hungry? Drink some water. Did you know that in the majority of cases, what we recognize as like our body being hungry is actually just our body being thirsty? Did you know that? That's why fasting is actually much more doable than we think, because we're not familiar with that sensation. We're just like, we feel it, and then our impulse is like, oh, better put food in my face, because that's what I do when I feel this sensation. But that's actually not what you need. Like, sometimes when you feel that, drink some water, and it'll go away. And that's where like the intermittent fasting can actually be like far more easier than what you may think. And I really do encourage everyone here to practice fasting. Find those edges of your body. And again, fasting isn't just for the body, it's for the mind as well. Again, it's the idea of being like, wow, I'm way more capable of being in control of my actions, opposed to the body just being like, put food in me now. You're just like, actually, I'm gonna listen to that, but I'm not gonna act on it, and I'm gonna deepen myself into like even something stronger, with more clarity, with more intention. Cool. So anyways, I hope as I've been babbling on, you've just been like stretching your shoulders. Like I said, inviting everyone here, bring me with you into wherever you are and find a mirror. If you need to go to your bathroom, go to your bathroom, find a mirror. You can stand, you can sit. If you can sit, that's even better, because I want you to be able to practice going into stillness. And what we're going to do today, I hope you guys are ready for this. We're going to start scratching the surface of being able to evoke natural psychedelic experiences through the power of eye gazing. Like, this is something that I've experienced like numerous times, and I want to be able to begin gently passing it on to each and every one of you. And the way how this works, I'll explain this. Again, thank you everyone for joining in. You guys are so badass. I love you guys being here. more people are tuning in on the regular, so it's great to see more people like getting on board. And again, for everyone here, I challenge you to keep tuning in, not just for you, but for what you're going to get out of this. So in terms of eye gazing, take yourself to a mirror. We're going to move into the eye gazing process now, and then we're going to move into the chakra practice in a minute. For the eye gazing, find a mirror, take yourself to a mirror. I hope you have a mirror wherever you are. If you don't, just like, I don't know, like fill up the bathtub, or like run outside and go look in a puddle. Go down to the lake or something like that. Something. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by allowing ourselves to move into a place of stillness. So ideally, if you can sit down in front of your mirror, sit down. If you can be on an exercise ball, be on an exercise ball. If you can levitate on an exercise ball, that's when it brings it to a whole new level. Like what I will do at times is I will do this, like my floating thing on an exercise ball while eye gazing in the mirror. And the trick, this is the trick. I'm not just going to do it right now. I'm just going to give you some instructions. The intention here is to be able to understand that the eyes themselves are like bandwidth cables for the soul, for hyperdimensional energy. You already know this, but when you drop into stillness and you basically do this practice where what you're going to do, you're going to look yourself in the eyes and you're not going to blink. And you're going to keep your eyes nice, kind of soft. So instead of having like super open, you're going to have them just about like 90% open. And then what you're going to do, you're going to either pick one eye and focus on that to start, or what you can actually do is go right into the advanced step, is when you kind of do things like a magic eye, where 2 becomes 3 and 3 becomes 1. So what I mean by that is when you're looking at something, like these objects are my eyes. And when you move your eyes into that place where you kind of like relax them, like it's not really cross-eye, it's a focus thing, but it's actually practicing your third eye. What you're going to do is you're going to notice 2 eyes are actually going to become 4. Like it's going to go out of sync. It's going to become like 4 like that. And then what you're going to do, you're going to find the overlap with the middle eye, and you're going to find the center eye, and that's going to be your focal point. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, just like you can drop a comment down below. I'm not asking you to, but if you're holding your phone, please feel free. So again, starting with like looking at your 2 eyes. This is more advanced, but you don't have to do this right away. You can start off just by picking an eye and just kind of looking at it. What you're going to notice here is that by allowing yourself to be in stillness, the key to this is stillness. And again, it's going to move you into a place of like natural psychedelic experience. As you are in this stillness, you're going to notice the veil will slowly begin to dissolve. Like the perception that we have of reality is only maintained by the fact that we are constantly moving. When we go into stillness, you'll begin to notice, the first thing you'll begin to notice is the colors will begin to invert. So even right now, begin looking at yourself in the mirror. Move yourself into stillness. The thing that disrupts this is if you blink a lot or if you move a lot. Sink into stillness. And I'm going to try my best, even though I'm talking, connect with our breath. So let's try it right now. We'll just do it in a couple rounds. So we'll kind of start, take a break, and then we'll go back to it. And eventually you're going to get to the point where you'll actually be able to like get into this state more effectively. And what you're going to notice here, what you will notice is that things will kind of begin to look different, but most noticeably, the colors will actually invert. Like you'll literally see your face. You'll notice morphing in your face, if you want to explain it that way, but you'll notice the colors will invert. So your skin will become cyan, or it'll almost look like a black. And that is when you'll notice things, and that's when you'll have the instinct to kind of like stop, but that's when you kind of continue with a relaxed state. And when you do this, I want you to continue eye gazing with yourself while also being in a state where you're just observing without moving your eyes. So let's move into this together. We got about like, reminder for people on Facebook, watch on YouTube or Instagram in case the feed crashes. But please feel free to share it on Facebook. It may work the entire time. So let's just drop into our meditation. Connecting with our breath. Hands gently just like on your lap. Don't put your hands on your chest because you just want you want stillness. Stillness is the key to this. And what we're doing this for is the experience. I want you to be able to see something that perhaps you might not have seen before. Maybe some of you have done eye gazing with other people. Maybe you've done it with yourself. But we're going to do this together. And the intention is to observe. For now. After that, we can go deeper. So pick an eye. And I want you to just stay on one eye. I don't want you to do the 3-eye thing just yet. So don't do like the magic eye. Don't do the cross-eye thing just yet. unless you're already super familiar with it. Just pick one eye and then use your breath to actually bring forth the energy that will actually shift the vision. So even right now, like I'm moving into it, as I breathe, I can begin to notice kind of like things beginning to shift. The more still I am, the more it becomes visually noticeable. And even like right now, like I know that by me talking, it kind of pulls it back. But I'm still like getting into it. So just breathe with your breath, eye gaze with yourself, hold compassion in your heart. Breathe here. If you notice yourself feeling like you're going to blink, try not to. But even if you do blink, you'll notice that the vision will shift. So if I were to blink right now, it kind of pulls it back a bit. But then you can get right back into it. This is something that with practice, you'll be able to get into this space quite effectively. So like for myself, like literally less than 30 seconds, I can kind of get into this state, but then I can go deeper. Continue to breathe. If you feel at any moment you need to look away, you need to stop, you need to rest your eyes, absolutely listen to that. Straighten up your spine. Notice how your breath brings a wave to your vision. For those of you who have experienced psychedelics, observe the commonality between what you're observing right now and what you've experienced on psychedelics. The key to this is stillness. Don't open your eyes too wide. Find a nice medium where they can be relaxed yet still open. We'll just stay here for a few more breaths. Deep, gentle inhale. Even if you want to include a little bit of like the Kegel, the flexing of the root to draw the energy up, that will actually bring forth like more visual. And again, you're going to kind of notice you'll notice something will look different. You'll notice maybe like an energy in the air. You'll notice kind of, it's like this idea. You're actually, again, you're kind of seeing what's there. You're kind of pulling back the filters. You'll notice like a shift in your face. You notice the outside around you will begin to kind of almost like a tunnel vision. You may notice any sort of tingling sensation in the back of your neck or just even in your brain in general. And again, be very gentle. At any point, if you want to stop, stop. If you feel you want to go deeper, go deeper. And let's just take 2 more breaths here, and then we're actually going to stop, and then we're going to go back into it. So I want you to observe what happens when you stop. So right now for me, like things are looking relatively psychedelic. One more breath here. Deep, gentle inhale. Gratitude. Exhale. Relax your eyes. Just gently close your eyes. Give your eyes some rest. You may be feeling like your eyes are a little bit strained right now. Don't overdo it. Be very gentle with this. Relax your eyes. Even just like gently massage your eyes if you wish to. Gently putting your hands or your palms on your eyes. And even if you like have your palms up to your eyes right now, you may notice like natural visuals inside of your eyelids. You may notice like fractals and tendrils. Again, that's like literally like stuff that's inside of you. It's like the hyperdimensional reality inside of you. Your thoughts are like literally a supercomputer that is like unfolding like an infinite fractal set. It's kind of weird to explain it that way, but that's seriously what it is. Again, like sometimes psychedelics will show you that. You'll close your eyes and you'll be thinking, and it'll actually be you like going through an infinite Mandelbrot. And that's like how thoughts navigate, or at least one way to explain them. When you're ready, we're only going to do this one more time because I don't want you to overdo it. I just want you to get a taste of it. If you feel yourself called to, practice this on your own. But again, just be very careful and remember to breathe. And if you feel at any point yourself getting lightheaded, then stop. Be very, very careful with this, okay? So, allow yourself to gaze with yourself in the mirror. And now for those who are familiar with this, and maybe even those who don't, I want you to relax your eyes to the point where 2 eyes become 4, and then 4 becomes 3, and 3 becomes 1. So what I mean by that is 2 eyes literally turn into 4 because you've released your focus. And this is you actually training your third eye, because it's all about the depth perception and the shifting of the focus. And I want you to notice how you can align the 2 eyes on the middle to overlap. And then when you're there, do your best to lock that in. So you'll notice that as you do this, it will actually be pretty challenging. You're actually flexing a muscle that you probably haven't used much before. You'll notice the eyes kind of getting closer to each other, and you're just like, oh, where is it? Where is it? How do I get there? And then eventually you're going to get there and then lock it. So right now I'm there. I've locked it. Oh, now I just lost it. Now I'm going to lock it again. Now I can feel a little bit of strain on my eyes. So I'm only going to do this just a few more minutes. I'm going to blink a couple times. Blink if you need to. And then I'm going to connect with the breath. And I'm just going to stay here just for a few moments. Feeling energy move through your body. Allowing this to just be like a way to be able to connect with your hyperdimensional self. To be able to see kind of like the divinity inside of you, inside this space, inside your room, inside this moment. You may even notice that your vision will get to the point where you literally only see your eye. Like your face will almost completely disappear. And as you do this, focus on your breathing and notice how your breathing actually changes the vision. Just take a few more breaths here, and then we're going to stop for now. Observe this state. Observe how you are still incredibly mindful. You are still incredibly conscious, yet you are observing. You may notice like things almost kind of like you'll like see like the light of objects. And this is kind of like a trick with the eyes. You could probably explain this in a scientific way where it's just like the way how like the image on the eyes kind of overlays in a way that looks like it's literally light. So just observe it. Try not to even define it. Just observe it. And again, practice 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 3, 3 becomes 1. If you got it locked, just stay there for 1 more minute. If you don't got it locked, just focus on 1 eye. Relax your vision so it's normal vision, and then come back to just focusing on your left eye or your right eye. And just see yourself in this space with compassion. And even just look at yourself normally. Try not to release the psychedelic vision. Just look at yourself normally and just express gratitude for yourself. Again, if you do this with another person, you can kind of notice like face shifting. And this is because you're literally like receiving data through the eyes. Data that is actually like connected with ultra memory. So just a couple more breaths here. Relax. 1 more deep breath. Gently close your eyes, release the vision, relax your eyes, put your hands on your eyes against your palm. Just take a moment here if you notice any sort of vision, and then gently release. If that's a little like overwhelming for you, just kind of like release and gently just kind of like look around, allow yourself to come back to like baseline. Now everything's like how it looks normally again. So we'll do a quick check-in when you're ready. I'm not asking you to suddenly jump on your phone and start typing, but I want you to, please feel free to just kind of like, even right now, I'll just kind of like chat with you for those of you on Instagram. Experience. Let me know if you experience something. Again, for some of you, that may be the first time that you have ever done that. Like no one told me how to do that. That was something where it just kind of came with me like eye gazing with myself in the mirror, and it was just a logical thing. And it came from observation. It came from me kind of like doing it as my own science. But there's something to that. And honestly, like I've done that in that like states where like, again, if I'm floating, like if I'm doing that, if I'm doing everything I just told you and doing this, it actually increases it. Like suddenly, like the body is engaged, the energy is engaged, and I can like drop into that space like super quick. So it's like really, really, really trippy. So yeah, so I mean, for any of you who might be familiar, you might kind of be like, oh, that was kind of like a psychedelic vision. It was almost like something like DMT-esque, or even like mushrooms or Aya or something like that. So again, when you do this, opposed to just doing it for the visions, do it for the self-love. Do it to really be able to connect with yourself on that self-love level. Cool. Yeah, so Peace Monkey's just saying like they got it like kind of like fleetingly. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll notice that, like, you'll kind of find that you might kind of, like, see something, and it might just be there for a second. You're just like, whoa, that's it. Like, something looks different. Something's there. And then you kind of lose it. So the trick in this is the stillness. The stillness is the key. Because, again, like, the way how this mind works, the way how this body works, from the best way I can explain it, is that, like, when we're constantly moving, when we're constantly looking, reality is constantly kind of, like, collapsing in on the perception that is our baseline that determines how we see it on an everyday way. But when we go into stillness and you can gaze, like seriously, go do this and just gaze out in nature. It doesn't have to be with your eyes. Like you can literally just like pick a tree and gaze and relax your vision and keep your eyes still. And if you keep them still, you'll actually notice like everything around you will just slowly begin to like shift. It'll slowly begin, like you'll kind of like see like fractals and psychedelic vision slowly coming to the forefront. And so that's what I feel is that like when you're in that stillness, you actually begin to kind of see like the reality as it is. At least you start to see deeper into the reality as it is. Whereas what we see right now with physicalness and how I look on a video screen and everything like that's what it looks like with the filters and like with the algorithms. When you go into the stillness, it kind of like shifts the algorithm back to the like the original algorithm, so to speak, the original like graphics code. So awesome. Yeah, so Peace Monkey was just saying 4 was easy, 3 a little harder, 1 was fleeting. So you'll notice that. So again, so practice this, and practice it to the point where you can kind of like eye gaze with yourself, and you can be like, okay, like lock on 2, 4, 3, 1, and you're there. And then when you can do that, the next step behind this, I know like this is like some next level stuff that I'm giving you guys, seriously, so thank you for tuning in. The next step is that when you're in that eye gazing space, the next step is to move into like listening, is to move into like kind of like the thought process. So it actually becomes like less about seeing things and more kind of about like using that space to kind of like commune with like a higher part of yourself. So you can actually use that space to kind of cast intentions and also to be able to like receive communication from that higher self. Again, like take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Like absolutely. This is, you know, think for yourself. Like that's the most important thing with what I'm saying. But from my own experience, this is like kind of like a little bit of a blueprint that can lead you to an experience. And that experience is going to be a little bit different from you. But I feel that there's something here in terms of an experience that can become very useful and utilized for actually, oh, looks like we just lost the Facebook feed, for actually being able to like tap into a way to be able to access that psychedelic state naturally. And so seriously, when you're in that place of stillness, I've done this to the point where my breath fully kind of like brought forth this energy, and it was very, very DMT-esque. And I actually did it using like a graphics visual on a screen. So it's like a mandala. So that's where you hear about the ancient monks. They'll stare at mandalas and they'll eye gaze on mandalas. So if you eye gaze on like on sacred geometry and mandalas, and again, mandalas out on nature, you can experience something like this. So anyways, if you guys do want to just like leave me any feedback, absolutely, please feel free to just send me messages about this like on Instagram and stuff like that. Maybe do you want me to should I make like a whole separate video just about this? Like again, I feel like this data, like this information is something that like I could have made videos about this like 7 years ago, but I feel there's kind of like a time and a place for everything. So we have to be in the right place to be able to receive it. So if you feel that, you know, do you think this is something that I should make a video for the wider community about? Because not everyone's going to watch this video. It's only just me and you and a few other people. So when the time is right, let's move into our chakra practice meditation. Just moving your body. Oh, how are you feeling right now? Again, just moving into the space of being able to just like celebrate the fact that it is Friday, aka Big Thursday. That's an inside joke. Apparently Thursday is called Little Friday, so I made the joke that Friday's Big Thursday. Anyways, I know, barely makes sense. I know it's like the screen's always dark on my Instagram feed. I don't know why, because it shouldn't be dark, because the light's definitely on me, and it looks fine on the YouTube. It's like the more I turn that on, the darker it gets. What's going on here? No, now it's really dark. Now it's kind of dark. Now it's a little bit brighter. Whatever. Okay, as long as you guys can see me. Can you guys see me? Maybe I just gotta like sit down more. Anyways, enough about the lights. Let's move into our chakra practice meditation and finish this off with a routine that we've been doing for quite some time. Again, when we do this chakra practice meditation, it's based on the old Gnostic teachings, hundreds of years old. It's all about using the correlating mantras, the sacred vowels, to be able to create the vibration that's going to spin each chakra. The chakras are organs of perception that connect with our multidimensional body. The more you do this, the more you're going to be able to open up to your intuition, balance your chakras, activate your superhuman abilities, activate your potential, receive more clarity, receive more gratitude, be in that space of flow, gamma state, and just be able to like experience more of what you have to offer within this reality and what this reality has to be able to give to you. So it's like moving into that place of perception. Cool, awesome. Samantha was just leaving her comments too on the YouTube saying that she definitely saw things. Cool, awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. For those of you watching this on YouTube, Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, smash that like button just so I can like, you know, that's a cool way to show that you like this video. And hopefully on Instagram this records properly. I don't know, yesterday's on Instagram, it didn't upload. I don't know why. So let's just hope that it does upload. But if it doesn't, you can always catch it on YouTube as well. So there's a playlist that we got there. Moving into the chakras, starting off with the brow. The vowel is a vowel sound I, pronounced as an E. The sound is ski. The virtue is serenity. We're going to move right through these, really just honoring the fact that we've already been going for a half hour. Awesome. Clear in your throat if you need to. Bring yourself into this space of serenity right now. Let's just like watch this. We're just going to like shift it just a bit. So allowing yourself to relax, straightening up your spine, closing your eyes, gentle inhale, exhale on your own through the mouth. The virtue of serenity. Deep inhale together. Exhale, the sound E. Yeah, sorry, it's E. Sorry, I screwed up on that. Let's do that again. So inhale together and the sound E. Together again, inhale. Focus on the virtue of serenity. Be in peace. Inhale. Beautiful. Again, a reminder as part of your practice, when you notice your mind wander, which it will, that's your point to bring it back. Like that's your exercise. That's the repetition. Bring that back to the point of focus. It can be the feeling. It can be the virtue. It can be the sound. Any of those. Moving into the throat chakra, the vowel is E. The sound is like way. So the sound is A. Focusing on the virtue of justness. Speaking our truth. Using our truth to be able to inspire people. Remind them of how we appreciate them. I want you to use your voice today. Use your voice to make a difference today. Don't just use your voice to like order a sandwich from the restaurant. Use your voice to like compliment someone. Express your gratitude. Let them know that you care. Bring a smile to someone's face. Tell someone that you love them. That is the power of your voice. It can change the world by changing one person's world, by reminding them of how much you care. Focusing on the throat, you can put your hands where you're comfortable with. Gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Straighten the spine, relax the eyes, relax the face. Together, deep inhale through the mouth and the sound A. A. Together again. Inhale. Inhale again. Beautiful. Moving to the heart chakra, you guys are doing wonderful. Let's keep this flow going. Heart chakra, vowel O, focusing on the sound O, like as in snow. Focusing on compassion, service, purpose, inspiration, gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for others. As you do this, even just imagine yourself kind of like sending out a bubble of love outside of your house, outside of your neighborhood, into the world, and together on a global scale. This creates the grid. We strengthen the grid. Hands on your heart, straighten your spine, relax your face. Gentle inhale, exhale through your mouth on your own. Deep inhale through your mouth, get as much oxygen as possible. Together, the sound O. O. Again, gentle fluctuation to the sound if you wish. Inhale. Again, focus on compassion. Inhale. Gonna do one more bonus one today. Just send that bubble out nice and large. Put it into the grid. Inhale. Beautiful. Awesome. Wonderful. All right, let's move into the next one. Pulmonary chakras, focusing on the pulmonary chakras right here. Give those a quick massage. Maybe you've never massaged these before. They're going to be very tender if you haven't yet. Mine are not as tender so much because I massage them quite regularly with you guys here. So you may notice a difference. Do you remember the first time I told you to massage these? You were just like, ah, ah, ah. Now you're just like, oh, okay, yeah. They're pretty open. They're pretty loose. They're pretty free. Cool. Vowel for this is vowel A, pronounced as in saw. The sound is ah. The virtue is connecting with ultra memory, remembrance of our ancestors, our future lives, our past lives, our higher dimensional space. Gently release your hands when you're ready, straightening up the spine, closing the eyes. Gentle inhale, exhale on your own, and as you're in this space, bringing gratitude to your connections with your ancestors, gratitude to your connection with your future, with your dharma, with the past and the present and the future, all of it, one single thing. Gentle inhale, deep inhale together. Sound ah. Together again, deep inhale. Together again, inhale. One more in case your focus wasn't fully locked. Gratitude for your ancestors. Inhale. Beautiful. Awesome. You guys are doing so good. Seriously. I'm proud of you, and I want you to be proud of yourself. This is not something that a lot of people would commit to doing, so thank you for committing to it. Not just for you, but for all of us. Moving into the solar chakra. Solar chakra, a lot to do with inspiration and also telepathy, intuition. The virtue is the virtue of temperance. The vowel is the vowel U, pronounced as in blue. The sound is U. Again, as we do this, allow us to bring in more alignment with our willpower. Have you cut off the head of those snakes today? Maybe you did it yesterday. Did you notice that? Again, the snake is kind of like the vice that will rise, the part of you that's just like, I'm gonna eat that cookie and no one's gonna stop me. And then you gotta be like, I'm gonna save that cookie till later, because that's the kind of person I am. So remember, cut off the snake's head as soon as it pops up. Nothing against snakes. The snakes aren't the enemy. The snakes are the teacher. If the snakes weren't there, they wouldn't teach you how to cut with the sword, right? Right? The dragons are our friends. The dragons are us. Whoa, deep stuff. Dragons are dogs. Okay. Hands gently on your solar plexus, right about here, just below the heart. Focusing on the vibration when you do this one, you'll definitely be able to feel it. And again, focusing on the cultivation of your willpower. You're becoming stronger each and every day. The more you do this, the more you're going to be able to find that, like, when your vices pop up, you'll be able to be like, no, that's not me anymore. Who are you? Who are you, right? And the fact that we are doing this as a community is going to give you that strength where you're just like, I'm going to show up for the team because I know I'm not the only one doing this. I know we're doing this together. You give me strength. I give you strength. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We all give each other strength. Our story gives us strength. Very, very powerful. Hands gently on the solar chakra. The vowel is U. The sound is U. Close your eyes. Relax your face. Straighten your spine. Straighten your posture. Gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth on your own. Deep inhale together. Together again. Bring your mind back if you notice it wanders. Embody your solar hero. You are the badass of your story. We're going to do one more here. Just hold up for a second. We're going to do one more of this chakra. When you do this, I want you to begin imagining the field around your entire body beginning to vibrate. I want you to imagine that you're like taking a step closer to going Super Saiyan. That's like literally like activating into that next level of your being. So you can feel like this like energy field around you that's like vibrating and just like igniting and turning blue and purple. So imagine yourself doing that, standing, like looking over the valley, feeling the strength within you, feeling this activation, the light guardian archetype, becoming who you are. Service, purpose, strength, courage, resilience, vigilance. Deep inhale together, nice and loud on this one. Beautiful, relax. Awesome. Moving into the sacral chakra. Again, thank you for those of you just joining in the moment. Please feel free to go back and watch the recording, especially if you just jumped in. We did this whole eye gazing thing earlier in the broadcast that I really, really recommend you checking out. Moving into the sacral chakra, focusing on the virtue of chastity. Again, this is about developing healthy relationship with our sexual energy. It doesn't mean never have sex. It means changing the way we think about the sexual energy, using it in an altruistic way to be able to fuel the entire abilities that we have. The more cultivated sexual energy you have, the more you're going to be able to not like develop habits of neediness and attachment, and the more you'll find yourself inspired to create, the more willpower, the more you'll be able to actually like get in sync with synchronicity, listen to your intuition, show up in a better way for your friends and for yourself. So give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. Like seriously, what do you want? Like 30 seconds of, yeah, that felt good? Or do you want like fuck yes, I am like kicking ass today and I'm getting things done and I have no regrets and I feel fucking awesome and I'm gonna like just continue to reward myself by bringing this into tomorrow. That's the energy that I choose, and that's the energy that I invite you to choose. And again, totally, when the time comes, absolutely, have fun, like having an orgasm. Nothing wrong with that. Just do it in a way that is intentional. And there's a whole nother discussion there about like how when you do an orgasm, that can be like a chance to really cast an intention. When you do an orgasm, this is like side note, we're just like talking about orgasms here for a second right now. When we do an orgasm, you can imagine it's like a pillar of light, like shooting up into the sky. It's like a signal, and that signal kind of hits the dome of the earth and it goes and it like spreads out across the earth and it encodes itself into the grid. So honestly, this is something that like I was like doing like years and years ago. Next time you have an orgasm, I invite you to kind of like do it in a way that's completely separate from fascination with sexuality and actually do it purely focused on the energetic feeling and with the intention that as you do it, focus on something simple like world peace or love, you know, gratitude, empowerment, the shift. Like literally cast that into the grid, opposed to just being like boobs. I'm embarrassing myself here. Be like, don't focus on just like, oh yeah, that's so hot, man. Be like, fuck yeah, this is me like launching a fucking superpower code into the atmosphere and encoding it with a powerful signal. What signal are we encoding? This is like super, okay, like, you know, like switching into like 18 plus mode here and everything like that. There's this idea that I've had a long time. I don't know if this is going to happen. Like maybe this is just going to be like, I don't know. It's just an idea. But the idea is very simple. The idea of a collective guided meditation with like a shared orgasm. I know that sounds fucking raunchy. I know what that sounds like, but I don't know if that's been done before. But imagine like 1,000 people tuned in and everybody orgasming in less of a sexual way, but more in an energetic purpose way. And being able to tap into that, dude, that would be like a crazy psychedelic experience. So if you guys want me to do that, sign up for the Patreon and I'll do it once we get to like 150 Patreon supporters. We're currently at about 115. So if you really, really want me to do that, sign up to the Patreon. Hey, I gotta entice you with something, right? So anyways, that's like a serious idea, like straight up. I've had that idea for like years, right? Anyways, and we'll do it while eye gazing, right? You'll be eye gazing and then you'll be like, and then everyone will just like ascend to the 5th dimension. True story. No, I don't know. Anyways, okay, I'm glad this is moderately entertaining. Everything I say, think for yourself. This is purely just for entertainment purposes. All right, sacral chakra. Hands on your sacral chakra. The vowel for this is a vowel M, pronounced as in like you just ate something delicious, you know? Focusing on good relationship with your sexual energy. Bring that intention into your being. Straight up, like right now. I want you to really just be like, I'm bringing more intention into my relationship with my sexuality. I am releasing old habits of neediness and attachment. I am becoming more sovereign. I am loving myself. I know that the relationships that are right for me will come to me as I continue to love myself even more and more and more. And you create the vibration so that that person will meet you at it. Finding that next relationship isn't about chasing it. It's actually about doing the inner work, and then it shows up when you are ready. So this is part of your practice. The more you cultivate your sexual energy, the more you're able to receive all of the very, very important and beautiful things for you, and not just for you, but for us. Focusing on this, the vowel is M, pronounced as in close your eyes, straighten up your spine. Gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Focusing on your intention, healthy relationship with that powerful sexual creation energy within you. Deep inhale together. The sound Together again. Notice if your mind wanders, bring it back. Do a slight Kegel if you wish. Together, deep inhale. Let's do one more here. Really focus your intention. Powerful sexual energy, creation energy. Good. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Moving into the final chakra for today, and then we will wrap it up with a little bit of eye gazing and flow tree, because that's what you guys pay me for. So, oh, and I got the code for you too, the 33% discount code for the quest item shop. So you'll get that as a little gift. Focusing on this sacral chakra, or sorry, root chakra. The virtue is patience, and the faculty is lords of the earth, connecting with our roots to the ground. And again, as we do this, we become the rainbow bridge. We become the Bifrost between earth and heaven, higher conscious ideas, mainstream culture. That is my purpose. That is the purpose I invite for you, to not only live your truth, but be able to bring this truth into mainstream culture. So the vowel for this is a vowel S, pronounced S, rising of the serpent, sizzling of the fire that beats the heart of our drum. Every chakra leads into the next. Hands gently on your root chakra, straighten your spine, even just give your shoulders a quick roll, straighten yourself up, relax your face, gentle inhale, exhale here. Virtue of patience. You have been practicing patience by showing up. Everything is unfolding as it should. You are nature. You are growing just like a tree. There is no rush. Marathon over sprint. Deep inhale together, the sound S. Again, patience. One more. Stay in this space, keep your eyes closed, keep your spine straight. Observe, how are you feeling right now? Feeling a little bit more open, a little bit more activated, a little bit more woke AF, so to speak, a little bit more wolfy? Do you feel connected? Do you feel inspired? Do you feel in alignment with a bigger sense of purpose, a shared purpose? Do you feel the collective energy of the team? Remind yourself right now that there are many of us all around the world right now tapped into this single frequency, harmonized. Hold this space in your heart for gratitude for yourself and for others. I want you to just be able to send a little bit of love to everybody else tuned into this. Soul tribe, soul family. You may not know their names, you may not know their face, but you do know their soul. Remember that. What does that feel like? Gently just place your hands on your heart. Just take another breath here. Gratitude. Gratitude for you. Gratitude for all of us. Feel free to send some gratitude to me. I receive it. Dyadic cyclone, synergistic. The sum is greater than the single parts. Allowing ourselves to basically come together like some sort of Megazord or Voltron to be able to assemble into something even much bigger, so that we can kick ass and lead the way, lead the shift. One more breath here. Let my courage be our courage. Let our courage be the courage for all. Beautiful. Gently bringing ourselves into the space for eye gazing. Just at this point, just gently give yourself a little bit more of a face massage. Tapping your face. This has been a wonderful broadcast, a wonderful way to be able to end the week. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. For those of you who have literally tuned in every single day, send me a comment. Let me know. Again, let's just do a little bit of eye gazing, and then I'm going to give you the discount code, and I'll just talk to you about a couple other things, and then we'll wrap it up. As we allow ourselves to show up into this space, we see what has always been behind our face. Behind this form, behind this being, behind this illusion of what we are seeing. There is something much greater about who we are as a being. Call it energy, call it vibration, call it spirit, call it soul. It is the truth of who you are that is infinitely old. And when you remember that, you will see what has and what will always be. That you are guided through this story, and yet you are the narrator eternally. For this is the contract that you have created. This is the act that you are playing. Each one of us here on this stage, performing and singing with the sounds of our voice, with the rhythm of our heart, with the magic of our feet and the beauty of our art. Let us change this world. Let us change this world with the visions that we share. Let us remind others that we truly do care, that there is something bigger that has been happening behind the scenes. And now it is time to step forward so all can see that we ourselves are the dream awakening to the dream. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again. Seriously, like, I love being able to do this. I love being able to share this space with you. It inspires me. I know it's inspiring a lot of you. Please feel free to, again, just send me a message. Tell me about, like, how this is making a difference for you. Tell me about how the synchronicities are unfolding. Tell me about how you're feeling more inspired. Tell me about how you're feeling more in control of your willpower. Tell me how you're cultivating your sexual energy. Tell me how you're telling your friends about how much you appreciate them. Tell me how you're letting people even know about the Paradigm Shift Central project and how they can be able to sync up with something incredibly beautiful that we are creating together. Like, literally, Paradigm Shift Central, it's right here. It's right here. It's the heart. You know, like, that's like a code. That's like a code. We are the central of the shift. We are the central of the paradigm shift. We are, each and every one of us is Paradigm Shift Central. We carry that signal with us. It's incredibly beautiful. So, thank you again, everyone, for being here. I'm going to give you the discount code. The discount code, I'm just going to give it to you in completely. Originally, we gave like letters throughout the week, but I know everyone didn't tune in. This is a 33% discount code for items at the Quest item shop that is going to be valid for the next 10 days. And it is basically, yeah, so it's 33% off primary items such as shift buttons, Light Guardian crystals. So if you're looking to get some Light Guardian crystals or even the high tier Lumerian Light Guardian crystals, send me a direct message about that. The code, write this down, is Shift 369. Shift 369. SHIFT, capitals 369. Enter that in when you go to the checkout at questitemshop.com. Again, I just want to be able to remind you that if you really enjoy this, connect deeper with the team by applying for your shifter pass at paradigmshiftcentral.com. Follow the signal. Check out the broadcast that we did last night, the premiere episode of Leading the Shift with our guest Ben Switzer, all about neurohacking and allowing us to step more into our potential, reclaiming our sovereignty. And of course, if you're really vibing with this, if you're just like, damn, Brendan, I want to be able to spend more time with you, I want to go deeper, I do provide monthly coaching. So that's like a very limited thing. I'm only being able to do that with like 3 or 4 people at a time. If you're looking to be able to do that as an investment for yourself, to be able to step into your potential, for me to be able to help hold that space of accountability for you, and for you to also be able to support me, then send me a direct message about that. And if you do just want to be able to continue to support, because again, think of this presentation here as like a pay what you wish community class. One of the best ways you can support is by contributing to the team Patreon. Again, patreon.com/Brendan Culleton. Send me a direct message if you need it. Links are in the YouTube. And again, if once we get up to 150, I'll do that special broadcast. Maybe for the team Patreon supporters. And we are currently at about 115 current Patreon supporters. And thank you again to everyone, to the Patreon supporters, to everyone who is contributing in all the magical ways that you do. So again, Shift 369, use that for the next 10 days at questitemshop.com. Get your shift buttons, go out there, take action. Thank you again, everyone, so much. Let's end this with a wolf howl. Go team, go. Ow, ow, ow. sending you off on your mission to go have an awesome day, reward yourself, go dance tonight, give yourself a beautiful weekend, celebrate it. You've done great. I'm so proud of you. Much love, peace, wholeness, and I'll see you in the future. Keep it shifty. Pew, pew. Sweet. And wrapping it up.